Well, hello, friends. I am incognito today. All hands, no face, because I'm tired out. I decided last week I needed to really increase my physical activity. And so, one of the things I've been doing this weekend is I've been working in the yard. Not like I used to, but more than I have been. And I'm exhausted in a good way. So anyway, I've been through several showers, a couple showers a day, and we just need to be focusing on the beautiful product, not Lisa's face. Hello, Lori. Very nice to see you, and thank you for popping on this, in the U.S. at least, holiday weekend, Labor Day. We will be observing Labor Day tomorrow. And I'm so happy because I'm still, a working peep. And it never fails to amaze me how relaxed I feel on Sundays when I don't have to work on the Monday. So, not too many more years, I guess, and then in the whole scheme of things. And then I'll be taking off every Monday. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the holidays. Yeah, I planted some beautiful, oh, I wish I had the stick in here. A couple of really large flowers are probably this big. Um, Dark red hibiscus. They're called a hardy hibiscus. They are also called Rose of Sharon. And anyway, I planted two of those. They have these burgundy leaves, dark burgundy leaves. And I needed some more color in the front yard. And my front door is a Chianti red. And so I wanted to put a little more red into my landscaping. And there you go. And then I went to remove this poor little hydrangea that had just kind of shriveled up and died over the last 5 years. And I realized why it died. Because, when I had the people, my landscapers do a huge job. They planted that particular plant and it was in the middle of rocks. And they did not take the time to remove the rocks. So, Lori, I had to do it myself. And darn it, I just got in there and did it. But anyway, it was it's a good feeling. It's very good to work on things. And like I said, I had to have a talk with myself and I was like, you need to get more physical before you don't have an option. So anyway, we are going to play with this really cute set today. I have been designing with it for my Super Saturday. This is just one of 3 kits that I am offering. And so anyway, we're gonna just continue playing with it. I finished the designs, I don't know, for this one, probably an hour ago. And so I have all the Christmas cards done for 2 kits. And then I get to play with what's arguably my favorite, one of the fall suites. I think it's called the Amber Autumn. But anyway, they're all cute. And this has been super fun to play with. Oh, thank you. Are they giving you any sort of Stampin' Up type vibes, Lori? Any, wondering what that is? Okay, friends, if you have never been here before, that's not Lori. She's a longtime visitor. But if you're brand new, I want to welcome you. And if you are back for, what I want to say, whether you're a new visitor or a longtime visitor, I welcome you. How about that? I am Lisa Harden. I'm coming to you live from a very hot Boise, Idaho. My business is called the Stamping Zoo. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. One of the things that means is that I sell all the beautiful products we're going to be using today. These particular products will be going live to lovely customers on September 3rd, so just a few days away. I also am using them, as I mentioned, in a large event that I'm doing. This event is available both in person here in Boise or as a retreat in a box. So stay tuned for the scoop on that. Or if you just can't wait, then look at the description of this video, and I have links to my Super Saturday event and all of my current events. Actually, I have lots of things going on, from Chopped to Zubilee to all sorts of things. I would love to have you join me for any and all things that interest you. Okay, so whether you're brand new to paper crafting or a seasoned pro, there is time and space for you here at the Stampin' Zoo. Okay, I'm going to work from a couple of templates today. We're not going to, like I said, we're not going to reinvent the wheel. I can hardly move. So, I'm not going to be up and out of this chair. This is my resting time. But I have all sorts of product around me that we are going to use. Same product that I was using for the class. So this looks a little disheveled, but it is actually from another suite entirely. It's called the Silent Snowfall. No. It's called, sorry, wrong one. North Pole Delivery. And so you definitely will notice it, but I've been using what we would call the B sides. And the A sides are probably what you would, well, what you would recognize. They have all these really cute animals, lots of dogs, and some cats. And it's all about special delivery and Santa. And so, but I really like, for this particular, using with the Festive Friends, I really like the B sides of this. But you could mix and match because they're all working on letters to Santa. And then look at this. Oh, I love that. And then this is a great grid. But then here are some more of the letters. It's really non-directional. Isn't that fun? Look at that. And so again, like here's, this goes with an actual coordinated suite. So if you're really digging the animals, then by all means, get the coordinated bundle and other products that go with it. But I took it a different direction. So anyway, here are all the patterns for you, sliced and diced to some extent. And then here's that paper I mentioned earlier. Now this was really hard to see because it's just like an embossed paper, but it's called Silent Snowfall. It's 12 by 12, and see, it's got just rows and rows of snowflakes. So of course we can do lots of different techniques with this kind of paper because it's already embossed for us. Has like a flat feel. It's not completely, it's smooth, but I don't know. Anyway, it takes ink really well. I did some ink blending with it, and it just worked like a dream. So if you are purchasing the Festive Friends kit, these half a pack of both of these two papers will be included, as well as a full pack of the Dear dots, DEAR dots. Let me find them, please. I have tons of little elf pictures sitting around here. Here we go. Okay, so you get a full pack of these dots as well. Dear Dots, again, going live to customers on September 3rd at midnight Mountain Time if you are really jonesing. You can definitely place an order with me in advance. Just contact me, and because I will be up at midnight to place an order for this and other events. And so if you would like to purchase something, but you don't particularly want to get up at midnight, then I can do that for you, okay? Just contact me, the Stampin' Zoo at outlook.com, or just message me here on Facebook or Messenger. Now look, that paper, the North Pole Delivery paper, is a specialty designer paper because it has 2 sheets of laser cut images. And again, it really capitalizes on both delivery of Santa letters and then these beautiful, look at this Bernese Mountain Dog, these beautiful animals. There's a corgi. I mean, you can really clearly tell the breeds, which was fun. There's a cat, there's a squirrel, and all sorts of other little woodland creatures in here, and they're all delivering letters. So they're super cute to work with. No stamps and no stamps involved, right? And then as with the paper, there are all sorts of well, we'd call them mailboxes. They probably don't call them that in Europe. Look at this, so cute. And so anyway, I mean, it's just like, it's mix and match. It's very easy to make a lot of cards from all of these laser cut items. So again, you'll get like a full sheet of those in if you are registering for this class, this kit. I should call it a kit. It's a kit designed by me. You will make 6 cards, 2 each of 3 different designs, and then you'll have a bunch of extra product that you can work with. So let's take those. And these cards I'm making today, they are not cards that you're making in the class. These are just freebies, extras. Okay? And so let's see. I just want to kind of capitalize on the paper because it's so cute. And so let me see here. Let me just find the right little measurements. As I said, I'm just gonna do some easy peasy because we get to color these little guys, and they're so cute. They're so fun to color. They're these big thick lines. It's really not a ton of coloring, but I'm going to color them with blends. I've been coloring them with blends, and I think they're just adorable. Okay, so, oh, I had this out also. If you would like to receive a catalog, now this is not an item in the catalog. This is in what we call the online exclusives. So it doesn't have a set. It will be released on September 3rd along with the catalog items. It does not have a set retirement date. And also you can only find it online. So if you want to pop over through the links or otherwise to thestampingzoo.com, hit the Shop Now tab. It will take you directly to the secure Stampin' Up! Store where you can take a look and have lots of fun over there. Would you please? Okay, so, but if you would like a copy of this catalog, and you're not working with anyone else and you live in the United States, please also message me. I would be happy to send your first one for free, as well as I have already sent those out to existing customers. So if you've not received one and you were expecting one, again, please message me or email at thestampingzoo@outlook.com. Sorry, need a little sip of the drink du jour, Diet Pepsi with ice. Super chilly. As I said, it was hot. Oh my gosh, yesterday I was so ready to get after it that I got after it. And I didn't take any water out there with me. And it's only my front yard, but you know how it is. Once you get going, you're like, I don't want to stop. Let me just, let me just rock and roll. I was digging a hole to China. And so anyway, then, I got what I deserved. I got a migraine. That was dumb on my part, but it was all good. I came back to life, y'all. Thank goodness. Okay, so this is a standard card base in Garden Green, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Okay, now let's take a little bit of, let's decide on our pieces and parts. Shall we, Lori? Lori's the only one chatting with me. Now that can't be the only one out here, is it? I know it's Sunday on a 3-day weekend, so it might just be you and I, Lori. And you know what? That's okay, friend. I like it. Ooh, yes. I like that too, immediately. Let me pan out just a little bit. There we go. I like this trio really well. So let's see. I think I want to do this. I think I want to do this in the background. How wide is this? What do I need? I feel like I need a 4 by 5 1/4. I need a pretty wide one for this. Okay. Let me grab another strip of that. And so this one's white with vanilla. Some of these are white. I mean, some of these are garden green with vanilla, but some of them are use white as the base. And I've just had to get comfortable with mixing my white and my vanilla. And you know what? It doesn't hurt a bit. So that might end up being the case with this one. I know, me and Lori just chatting. And Lori, I will be sending out recipe cards for the Bon Appetit kit. It's all ready to go. My friend Alicia came and took care of those last weekend, so they're going to go out when Tuesday, because you know the mail doesn't run on Monday, and so I'm really excited to send those to you guys. They're beautiful, pretty. Okay, let's see now what color. I mean, we could just go with it and put a background of Poppy Parade. Let's do it. It's a Christmas card after all. And let me grab a sheet of that because I have quite a situation going on here. Oh, that's real red. I have quite a thing going on around here. In my living room, in my dining room, whatever, I have a big open area. So in my dining room, I am working on partial kits that I have left, trying to clear out, you know, like 10 to 12 boxes of 2 or 3 cards in every box. Okay. And so, you know, I'm working on that too. This one is 3. It's going to be 3. But is that right? That seems awfully... No, I knew that was 3 by 4 1/4. I guess not. Just cut it, Lisa. Quit second guessing everything. Okay, let's take a look at it. Whoa. Okay. All right. And then this guy is going to be 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So it's going to be a square. And then we're going to have this little feature piece down at the bottom that we're going to we'll probably put Santa on it. How about that? Let's start with the old Santa. Okay, let me find a partial piece. I'm sure I don't need to cut into this 12 by 12 piece of paper. Do I? No. We could use, no. I want that one with white. Okay, we're going for it. This one is only 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I'll tell you a little something. I probably won't use a strip of 2 3/4, but I will use a strip. I'm more likely to use a strip that is 3 inches. And so I'm going to cut it at 3 first, and then I'm going to whittle this one down, okay? Because I feel like if not, I'm going to have a whole strip that's 2 3/4 wide, and unless I make this card over and over, which is possible, then I'm more limited. This is fun. Okay, there's our pattern of beautiful paper and garden green on both of the patterns, which is really nice. Kind of brings them in. Okay, look at this guy. Is he so cute? I was playing with him. Again, I was working on him for a class, and these are not how he ends up. One of these is close to how he ends up. But it's super fun. We have so many colors. Sometimes it's difficult to choose. And we have a lot of naturals, Stampin' Blends. We've talked about these before. There are 10 of them. They come in sets of 2, just like the regular Stampin' Blends. And they're just really fun. Of course, they work for skin tones, but they're naturals. They work really well for animals and landscapes. So all of that. So don't forget, if you are collecting blends, don't forget that we have 10 that are really great for, as I said, skin tone, animals, natural elements. Okay, now we may end up using a couple of these little cards. I think they're so sweet. And so let's see, let's get our Santa. And as I said, this one, oh, you're liking this set. I know, me too. I love it, and I love the paper. I rarely purchase the paper just for the B-sides, with the B-sides in mind, right? But this one, no, I knew immediately. I was like, yes. Okay, so this is Santa. See, I told you the lines are really thick, and like you saw that on the elf. So you have to think about what color you want to stamp these guys in, because the lines are really evident. So I have really gotten away from just automatically stamping everything in black anyway, but I think I'm going to stamp this guy in early espresso, and then let's take a look. It's just stamps, inks, and paper. Hello, KZ. How's it going, my friend? I'm glad to see you popping on. Oh, he's so cute. Isn't he cute? I mean, come on. He's adorable. And I love, love, love the snowman, but I like the Santa. Guys, he's cute. And he kind of looks like a lumberjack. And I think that once we finish this card as Santa, then let's try and transform him into a lumberjack with paper piercing. Okay? So stay tuned. We're going to take a slight diversion, but not really a diversion. Okay, so I want to let that just, you know, this, I've been jabbering, right? That was on purpose. Part of the reason why was because I wanted that ink to dry a little bit. Hello, Ruth. So nice to see you popping on. So do give these elements, these images, just a little bit to dry, again, because they're really thick. And we're going to be coming in with bright blends. And we are using Memento black ink with Stampin' Blends. So they won't necessarily run, but you want to give that much ink a chance to dry. Okay, now I'm just going to go pretty straightforward with this. I'm using Poppy Parade. I usually start with the light colors because I am heavy-handed. And so I find that if I start with the dark, then everything's dark. Okay, I need to be able to move this around. And so he needed a little trimmy trim. Okay, I mean, seriously, look at that. He's so cute. Red Rubber, also one of our last Red Rubber stamps for the foreseeable future. We are transitioning over to photopolymer, which is fine, but I gotta tell you, I love the images. I feel like the Red Rubber lays down the image smoother. Doesn't mean that photopolymer doesn't have its own benefits, and you know, I'm fine. I'm not going to miss a beat when we transfer over, but I do like a Red Rubber stamp. And then I am going to give him, of course, a red jacket. Now, he does not have a belt. I mean, come on, Santa. It's not about the belt. And he does have pants and boots, so I'll do my best here. See, the images were wide enough that I was using the paintbrush for the whole thing. Now I'm going to bring in the bullet point, and I'm using the dark, okay? As I said, just kind of some straightforward shading. It's always more helpful to you if I come in a little bit closer, isn't it? I love coloring. Well, hello, Jenny. Very nice to see you. I hope you're enjoying our Labor Day weekend. As I said, hot here in the West. Definitely hot in Boise to me. It's been getting near 100. And so yesterday I went out too late. I was kind of lazy getting out there and probably didn't start working in the yard until about 10:30. But this morning, well, I learned my lesson, and so I set the alarm for 7:30. And then I got up, walked the dogs, and then got out there before the sun was beating down on the area that I needed to put these plants in the ground. So anyway, yeah, it was kind of funny. Since I've been out there, of course, I was noticing. I was like, you know what? I'm going to talk to my handyman. And so I kept sending him a list of things. I should have just sent it in one text, but I did not. And then, like, after the list, after the 3 things I sent to him and told him that I wanted him to work on when he had time, he's like, boy, you're really getting after it. I go, no, I'm just outside. I go, that's my problem. Just outside, spending money. But, yeah, I'm sure he was like, what got into her? Okay, he is going to have, I am going to color his boots. I think those are boots. This could be like his jacket and those are his pants. I kind of see this as his pants just because of the way these guys are drawn. So that's what I do. So I'm going to color these, what I would call his shoes, nondescript shoes. The darkest of the naturals. It's called 100. It really does look like early espresso. Might be. But it's the closest match we have because early espresso does not have a combination of blends as its own. But like I said, I think we got it. Okay, now I was kind of liking 700 for his skin with the Poppy Parade. I thought it worked pretty good, so let's just go ahead with that. Of course, you can use any of the colors. Any of the colors work out. The darker colors do start to mask some of the images, but I think with this, where this stamp, you know, like the images are so bold, I think you'd be just fine using any of them. Maybe not 100. That might start to blur the stamped images, but other than that, look at this little Santy. Oh, he's got some ears. See, everything's like just like boldly drawn, but not very distinct, not like detailed. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. I think I'm going to make his hands gloves because Mrs. Claus is not going to let him go out barehanded. Now, last time I did color him. Oh, yeah, that looks good. Okay, and then we have all this white. And it looks very flat, doesn't it? It looks just like, well, it's white. So I'm going to bring in the light gray granite and the marker that's called the Color Lifter. And we are going to do a little bit of, we're going to make a little bit of distinction on this, okay? So it's very nice when you're coloring on the glass mat because the ink on the blends dries quickly, but it doesn't dry as quickly as when you're coloring on paper as when you're using the glass mat. And so it's very easy to use. I feel like it's more successful when you're using the color lifter. So I'm just going to bring in some of this light gray granite. You can do the same with Pool Party. I used this kind of technique with the snowman, okay, and then I colored around his body light Pool Party and just came in. Okay, now can you see? It's not, it comes off as white, okay, but it's not really white. It's got some gray in here, okay. I'm going to do the whole thing to his hair too. And first I thought about giving him red hair because I kept thinking back to that little cartoon of when Santa was a kid. But of course, this Santa is not a kid. This is grown Santa. So grown Santa is going to have your traditional white. And so again, as soon as I lay that gray granite down, I'm coming back in here and I might do circles, or in the finer sides here, I might just draw a line. What you're really doing is you're laying down more solution. This is Color Lifter. So you're laying down solution, and then your ink will move wherever you lay down this solution. Color Lifter, I think, is a little bit of a misnomer. It's really moving the color, pushing the color around. And don't color on it 20 times. Just let it move, okay? And then take a look at it, and you can, oh, what? Oh, I moved the lids. That messes with my head. Now here, it would be a little darker, wouldn't it? Because of the shading under his hat. And so I want to try, I don't really want like a line there. I'm going to give him a little more than I did prior, because I want to see if I can. And then you hear this is ASMR, you know, that's what the kids like. The kids like the sound. Okay, so anyway, there, if you guys like it, then you can say that's ASMR. And okay, this will continue to soften, and if it doesn't, I will bring in the Color Lifter again. But then that is a little bit of my technique anyway. I certainly didn't make it up, but that's how I color when we have large white areas. Say if you're coloring like a rabbit or something, and you know, you want like a white rabbit, well, you can leave it white, it'll just be so flat. This at least gives you a little bit of shading. And as I said, when I colored the snowman, I brought the light pool party in and did the very same technique with the Color Lifter, because snow really just like, it's going to reflect light. And so when you go out and look at something, or look at a photo on Pinterest or whatever, white is not really just, you know, snow is not really just white. White hair is not just white. So there he's going to be. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Handsome Santa. Okay, he's taken, Lisa. You're not interested. I'm not interested that way, but who wouldn't like Santa Claus? Somebody coming to your house with gifts? Nice. Knows just what you want. I mean, come on. That's attractive. I'm not going to lie. Okay. So let's take this guy, and this does not really require a jig. The die is close, right? The die is really close, follows the lines closely, but you still have some room here. See, so you can easily place the die for these images as well. I found this to be a really easy set in terms of figuring out the coloring. It was just really easy to just kind of like get going with it. And then look how sweet he is. Oh, I love him. Oh my gosh. Okay, so he's like surrounded by these letters in the background, and then I think we should give him a couple other letters in the foreground, right? Like we were looking at. There's so many to choose from. There's really no wrong thing. I tried to put them in his hand, but I gotta be honest. The letters are they're not the right scale, and so I think it looks a little odd. So anyway, you could also use the North Pole, you know, this, and all sorts of fun things. But I tended to put an animal on the inside with the letter, and then I put a couple on the front. Now this, again, this is not the design that you're going to get in the class. This is just a freebie. But it might be similar. Okay, then let's put this on the inside because he's super cute, isn't he? These are adorable. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. I bet, oh, hello, Sherry. I just bet I'm going to catch a lot of you. A lot of you are going to be enjoying this at midnight. And so, hello, night owls. I appreciate you coming in on replay. And please don't let that stop you from commenting, saying hello, asking questions. I'll pop back in here and make sure I get your questions answered. And as I said, of course, if you would like to place an order for these items, I would love to be your demonstrator as long as you live in the United States. We can do it to it. And if you want to take the class, if you're enjoying this for our friends, then cruise down into the comments, hit the registration link for Super Saturday, and then you pick and choose. You pick and choose from 3 kits. If you are choosing Retreat in a Box, there's no minimum. You can choose just 1 kit if you want. If you are choosing the in-person event, you do need to choose a minimum of 2 of the kits when you attend the event. So, and I will, there's a set price in there for shipping for Retreat in a Box, but if I can minimize it for you, say if you just ordered 1 of the kits, then I will minimize it, but you still get super cute. It's gonna be like you're attending one of my retreats. Okay, so you're gonna get all the welcome gifts, little gifties and prizes, and I'm not gonna tell you about them because that's part of the fun. We have so few things that can surprise us these days that I keep that stuff pretty silent. I think this is also non-directional, but we're going to do it that way. Hold it. Let me back up. Sorry. I'm all up in your grill, aren't I? Yes. There we go. Okay. So then this beautiful paper. You know, postage really is a gorgeous work of art, isn't it? I just think about just the very stamps the first class stamps I just went and got. I was like, wow, these are so pretty. I found myself in the main post office, and so of course they had tons of options to choose from. And anyway, I was like, oh, I didn't know I was gonna have so many choices. Super fun. Okay, this is cute. And then he's going to stand down here, but I feel like maybe he should have a couple of gifts behind him like this. What do you say? And maybe it should be this, and then, ooh, but I don't want to hide that postage. It's so cute. Maybe it ends up going like this. Yeah, okay. All right, can do. We've got a plan, Stan. All right, so has anybody else been crafting this weekend? Or planting? What are you planting? As I said, getting back into my, one of my, what I call my passionate hobbies. And, you know, I haven't been doing a lot because, frankly, I don't have to anymore. I did a huge remodel of my landscaping during COVID. And so, you know, if I don't do anything to it, it still looks okay. Everything's kind of just maturing and looking good. But I was at the point where I wanted to add some things. Something died, and I was like, you know, really, you should take that out. It's kind of embarrassing. So I did so. Okay, let's see. I am just sizing this up with, I'm using the bottom of this. Keep sliding on me. I'm using the the lines on this ruler because it has vertical lines as well. Let me make sure that's straight. Is it straight? It's straight-ish. I know, but is it straight? Yeah, it is. These patterns have been throwing me off because they're just on all directions. And so I am needing to use something to guide me. Now these I'm going to place flat down. And I like this one, but I love this one. And so I'm going to put that like this. And then Santy is going to be right there, and he is going to get popped up. Okay. And is anybody having wild weather? Or I hope you're not having fires and all that stuff. We kind of had our share of that. It was not as horrible as it has been, but you know, it can still be fire season here, so not getting cocky. Okay, now I want to see what I can see before I put him down. Kind of want his hand to hang off of the left side. I don't want everything inside the rectangle. Look at this. I mean, come on, so adorable. And then I should have stamped the inside. Santa's coming to town, but you know what? I think we can do it. Let's do it. Let's just be brave and do it. Corinne says she ordered this DSP and she's waiting for it to get here. Look how cute it is, Corinne. I mean, you don't even have to look at the animals. The animals are adorable, but like you don't even have to use the animals. I think, especially if you like the animals that are with this set, you will definitely use up every bit of the paper because of the back. Okay. We'll do Poppy. Poppy, where are you? I'm going to practice first because I'm going straight to the real thing that I adhered in there. I thought I was going to put the sentiment on the front. I was almost positive. And then I looked at it and I decided, no, I'm not. Okay, everyone, collective prayer for my stamping. And there's always a fix, right? But we don't need the fix. We got it. Santa's coming to town. Okay, let's put some of these deer dots. So if you're liking this, again, this is very similar, but not the same as the cards that I've designed for the class. Oh, it's making me laugh because it's so cute. And so please feel free to join that class. I would love to teach you a class or, send the class to you. Basically, you're paying for the supplies and then you get the class for free. So I think it's a good deal. And it's also fun to sometimes just have somebody else start teaching you, and then you get started with the products. You don't have to think about it for a while because I've taken the thinking out of it, at least for 3 of the different designs. Okay, so let's see. Did we want a red one? We want it somewhere. I think I don't want it on him. I think I just want it here. Okay, super sweet. And so there's our Santa. He's getting his letters, so he knows what all the kids want. And FYI, he's coming to town. Okay, give me 1 minute. I'm going to grab some plaid paper because I've been wondering about this, right? We talked about paper piercing on Thursday. In case you were not here, we made this card. Oh my goodness. And we talked about paper piercing, the scarf, and things like that. But we are going to paper pierce today the Santa because I think he looks like a hipster guy who could very easily be holding a cup of Starbucks, right? And so let's do him again, because this is already, I don't want to have to clean it. Let's do him again in early espresso. Okay. It's also a nice dark color for the paper piercing technique. Oh, so cute. And I'm going to move this up because I can just see myself putting that all over. Now I want to paper piece his shirt and has this part of the hat, because I think I could cut them pretty easily, quite frankly. And I like, oh, this color would be cool. It also, I'm trying to look for a color that doesn't look Christmassy, so not this color. I just want something that looks kind of fall-ish. And you and I are going to make him right now, and then I am going to transform him later into another fall card, similar to what we did with this, okay? So let's stamp him on here. And if we don't like it, it's just paper. And I have plenty of plaid. Don't worry. Plenty. Okay. So see, this is like the perfect thing to paper piece because the lines are so thick. I mean, it's like very helpful. Hello, Debbie. Very nice to see you. My goodness. Thank you for sharing. And you share first before you even enjoy. And so I thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay, where are my snips? There they go. There they are. Okay, so Debbie, we just made this card. And then we are making him non-Santa, just for fun right now, okay? So I will take and trim these on the other side of the lines. Okay, and I think it's going to work out pretty good. You have a lot of allowance there. Now that said, I still need to snip a little bit out. Okay. So first let's see. Since I've got this here and it's going to be in one piece, let me trim out the top of the hat. So we're going to leave it with a cuff of white or something else. We'll probably color it crumb cake, because this looks crumb cake and probably, oh, what color is this blue? It could be boho blue for all I know, but we could also use balmy blue or a darker blue. Oh, I don't need that. Stop right there. Okay. I just want this poofy part of it, okay? Not the band and not, I want the middle. Okay, sorry, I don't have any background music for you. I could, you're sweet. Yeah, he's a lumberjack. He's a lumberjack looking guy. I'm a lumberjack and that's okay. No, that's not how it goes. I'm a lumberjack. I work all night and I sleep all day. It's a Monty Python thing. If you know, I'm sure you remember what happens in the skit. It gets a little crazy, as those Monty Python things do. Okay, there's, oh yes, there's the top of his hat. And then I want his shirt. You know, I like a man that's as wide as he is round. He's after my own heart. Okay, and then these are, well, no, I don't think they're going to have to be two separate pieces. I thought they were at first. The arms and then the body part. Oh, sorry, Santa. Sorry, Santy. Come here now. Looks very confusing, doesn't it? Now it doesn't look like Santa at all. So let's cut out the beard part. Again, I might have to do a fine trim. See, now this is not a solid. This one has, the lines aren't connected. They're kind of, so I had to make my own thing right there. I had to make it up. And then this, oh my goodness. It looks hilarious. We're going to have to amputate again. Oh, Santa. This won't hurt a bit. Okay. And then this would go in here. Look at that. He's a cute Santa. Nope, not Santa anymore. He's a Seattle lumberjack. Okay, and then let's do, actually, let me cut him out first, just in case some of the lines are a little, you know, I glue him not quite straight or something. Come here, man. Now he's just a cute man. All right. Doggies are tired today, I think. And actually, I laid down before I went live with you. Only for like 20 minutes. I just had to, though. My hip was screaming. And Tango got all hunkered down and thought we were going for a long winter's nap. And then I got right back up. And he kind of made this old man groan. Roar. I was like, I told you this was not a nap. This was just a relaxing my hip kind of a thing. Poor baby. He had to take himself clear in the living room and go lay down on one of the other beds that I have for them. Or the couch, for that matter. Okay, so again, those lines are really going to help you. This is much more difficult on something that's got fine lines. Okay, and then this guy is the, I don't know, the part of the hat, the main part of the hat. And so, oh, you know what? I want to color that cuff first. That's in the crumb cake. And let's make this crumb cake too. Okay, and then we're playing with paper dolls again. Just this time it's paper doll lumberjack. Okay, a little more shading. Then I'm going to come back in with the light and kind of blend where that comes in. Right, it's going to be darker around the corners because because his head's round. So then we're going to bring this piece in. Fancy hat. I think he got it at REI. Okay, and then, boy, I'm just tickling myself. Hello, Denise. I know, he does look like a lumberjack, doesn't he? He's a cute guy. And then let's do, he's going to have jeans. He's going to have Misty Moonlight, I think, jeans. They're fancy jeans, though. But, you know, fancy, outdoorsy. Oh, is this dark? No, it's light. Okay, watch it, mister. very juicy. So he's going to have, you know, a dark wash jean. And then he's probably going to have the same boots on. They're going to be, you know, lumberjack boots or Doc Martens. If he's a hipster, they're going to be Doc Martens or whatever the hipsters wear nowadays. Otherwise, they're going to be steel-toed boots for working out in the forest. Okay. Come on, get in there. My blends are fighting me, but if I don't get them put away, it will be chaos. Okay. Let's use 100. And then what color is his hair going to be, you guys? I kind of want to make him a redhead. I think we are. He's going to be a little bit of a redhead. See? Mm-hmm. And he's not going to be wearing gloves because he might not need them where he is, right? Okay. Let me consult. One of these looks really ruddy. This one. Oh, 7 looks almost orange with these colors, so I think 600. Let's try 600. See what we got. Okay. Yeah, I like it. It's not over, it's more of, you know, he's kind of a dark auburn, right? And I'm doing 600. And then to shade, I'm going to bring in 400. I like to, when I'm using these, I like to skip a number. So, you know, again, it's just my non-professional way of doing this. Yeah, he's got some fancy mustache wax. He sees a guy in downtown Seattle, and they fix him up. So, you know, he's well kept. He does not have food in his crusty beard or anything like that. Nope. Oh, sir, you are kind of handsome. I didn't know that I was attracted to your type. I guess when you're making them just like you want them, you can just dream it up however you like. That's not this kind of a card. He's just going to be in the fall. He's going to be enjoying something in the More Than Autumn bundle. Just like I worked in the Llama. Because I think that More Than Autumn bundle is one of our treasures. Goes with so many. You can freshen it up so easily with just adding another stamp set or another little image, and then bringing in all of the coffee. And oh my gosh, look how cute he is. Is he not cute? He's kind of a cute guy. Okay. Oh gosh. Okay, and then sideburns up by the hat. You know, by this hat. We're going to bring in a little, how about in here too? Why not? And his little chin there. Okay. Now his skin tone, let's see. I'm not an expert on this, but most redheads I know are a little more fair or ruddy, but we don't have a marker that tells me what's ruddy, so we're going to go with fair. Oh yeah, I like him with an extra layer of color on him there. And then his beard's a little bit lighter. Okay, so maybe, let's see. Oh, I don't like 800. Maybe 900, guys. What do you think? 900 maybe. So scary when we get to this part, but if I don't like 900, we can color over it with something else. Okay, let's color a hand and see what we think. Yes. Okay, I like it. Let's color an ear. Got you. I got you, guy. Get you a nose. Get you some color. Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. Look at our lumberjack. He's so cute. That's a fancy lumberjack right there. Oops. I just turned the light with the screen way down. I can hardly see what's going on here. Oh, brother. I'm sure there's a... here it is. Okay. Hit the sunshine. I knew I'd seen that before. I must have punched it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay, so look. You didn't think this was that versatile, did you? Well, it is. So there we have a beautiful lumberjack who's going to get put together with something in the More Than Autumn bundle. So, and then we still have this plaid paper. Look at his jeans. I'm dying. And then this was 100. That was the darkest color. His, you know, his working boots. And anyway, he's a doll. So there he is. And then there's his cousin who works at the North Pole. You know, they don't see him very often. And they're not quite sure what he does up there, but they're friends. Okay, how about if we make a snowman, everybody? I'm not going to sing that song to you. Oh, but Corinne had a good idea too. Yeah, crumb cake pants. Oh yeah, crumb cake pants. That'd probably be better, huh? Crumb cake pants and pecan pie boots. That sounds like a good idea as well. Next time, Corinne, or you can use that one, okay? Okay, let's get our snowman going here. It's going to be the easiest snowman to build. And then we're not going to have time to do the elf, but he's so cute. And his cards for the class came out adorable. So I found myself actually chatting to these little characters as I'm making them. They, as usual, I don't know how our artists do this, but they have so much character, don't they? Oh my gosh, they're so adorable. Okay, so now we want the no man. Sorry, it's baby talking it. He, you know what, Denise? He's going to get a pumpkin spice latte. Great idea. Because he's a gingy, and that's kind of gingy too, right? So he will get a pumpkin spice latte. And then I hope you're following my Facebook page because I post stills of just about every card I make with you. And so I will post a still when I get him made into a card. And he's going to be good looking. Something's rattling up here. I only have about 15 things stacked on top of each other. And I can't move these certain things because right up there are cards for the class, the other class. It's featuring traditional labels. And I don't know that I want to show them to you. I think I already showed you a couple. And I think that's all the previewing I'm going to do. So, because I know that, as I said before, being surprised is like, we hardly get to do it anymore. So I like to surprise my attendees and let them be first to see the cards. Right? Then I share. I share so much here. Please don't feel left out. But if you take the class, then you'll see it too. Okay, so let's do Santa. The snowman. Let's change gears and let's definitely put him in Memento. Because a lot of him is coal. That's what I was thinking. And so while he'd be great in early espresso, a lot of him's going to be black anyway. And so why not just start that way? And then again, I used pumpkin pie on his carrot. I kind of think I want to try peach pie though. I used it when I initially colored it for the class. But let's just try peach. Oh, you know what? No, let's use Timid Tiger. I think that's going to be the best. Because I was thinking, oh, I don't know why, but pumpkin pie looked a little too dark. And peach pie would be a little too light, wouldn't it? So here we go. Oh, yeah, that's perfect. Timid Tiger, where have you been all of our lives? Come on. Okay. Just a little hits the spot, doesn't it? It's perfect. And, oh, I just remembered that I ordered my groceries this morning. I just have to remember to go pick them up tonight. That's so nice. I just couldn't do it, y'all. And frankly, it's fine. Like, I think it saves me money when I order them online because I'm more apt to order what I'm going to use to make stuff and not just looking around going, that looks good. That looks yummy. Hey, how about that? Okay, as I mentioned, just like when we did with the gray or the white parts, I'm going to take the light pool party. I'm just going to fleck, I guess I call it flicking, some of it in, both sides. I'm not trying to shade. I'm trying to give the illusion of snow. And I guess you could use yellow, but that wouldn't be a very nice snowman, would it? A yellow snow. Beware the yellow snow. Okay, just a little bit. I'm not saturating the paper with that at all because I'm going to come in again with our color lifter. So the color lifter, I believe the color lifter is sold with the bronze marker, which you want anyway. I use the bronze marker a lot. So it is also sold as a duo. And if you can't find it at the catalog, I don't even remember if they're in the catalog anymore because I just want you to jump on out to thestampingzoo.com and then just put in clear Stampin' Blends or, well, Stampin' Blends is going to get you all the blends. But just, put in Color Lifter. Just put that in. And it'll pop right up and show you how to purchase it. Okay, and then you have, look, he's getting a reflection from, the sky. He's getting blue reflection. This is a very clear day. Okay, colors for his hat and scarf. What would you like to see? What would you like to see? And it can be a girl too, so I'm going to put a couple of things away here so I don't have an avalanche. And you're going to tell me in the comments what color would you like this snowman's ensemble to be. Purples, pinks, greens, yellows. There's no wrong answer. Except white. Let's steer clear of white. Okay? Give my elbow just a tiny bit more room here if I package these papers back up. Plus, I don't want to damage them. They're so beautiful. I don't want to waste a bit. That's the intention. I have no suggestions? Oh my goodness. Well, okay. I'm going to do it. I have plenty of ideas. I'm going to use purples because I haven't done anything with purple in a while. Okay. So now immediately I want to grab Berry Burst. But no, I think that's why I'm not using purples anymore, like Gorgeous Grape. Let's do Heather, Highland Heather, and this Gorgeous Grape. Do we have a blend for that? If we don't, maybe that's why I don't color with it. Duh. But we could use Fresh Freesia. Oh, Nicole says red and blue. Okay. Oh, and yellow. Okay, Nicole, I like red and blue. Yeah, that sounds fun. Okay, so I think he'd make a cute winter birthday card though too. So let's say you had somebody who loved whatever color, you could easily make this into a winter birthday card. Okay, so let's do a different red from Poppy Parade, and we can let's do Strawberry Slush, okay, because it's kind of a soft color and just a little bit different. It'll be kind of fun. And then let's do, the choices. The choices, I tell you. Pool Party is awfully cute with Strawberry Slush. And I'm okay with doing that. But what about Azure Afternoon? What about those? Let's check it out. Let me see. I've forgotten whether this is like super dark. I kind of like that color. Oh, I like that. Like he's gonna look like a nautical snowman. Okay. Cute. All right, so this is the light. As I said, I usually start with the light. I like to color this because I envision it having a white pom-pom. And then just work down every other stripe from there. Okay. Cutie, cutie. Boy, I'm getting really gutsy with these broad tips. It's like, Again, it's because the lines are so thick on these images. It's really easy to color with them. Okay, and then let's use the light. Light. Aw. Oh, say, can you see? The 4th of July snowman. I don't know if that's possible. Not where I live, anyway. Maybe in parts way up north. I mean, way up north, like Canada north. Okay. Adorable. You can use our same gray granite trick on our white. Okay. Color lifter. So what's everyone doing with their day off? You know, believe it or not, I actually have 2 more plants to plant. I took something out of the front yard and I'm going to put it in the back. And then I bought a new one for the back as well. But it's not on a slope and it's not in rocks. I know that. It's going to be pretty easy. It's going to be kind of like, if you ever watched Victory Garden, it's like planting in Victory Garden soil. When I first moved here, which was like 28 years ago, we didn't have HGTV. And so if you really liked home stuff, you could watch a couple shows on PBS. And one was Victory Garden, and the other one was This Old House. And they, I think, are still alive. Let's hope. Still fighting the good fight. And they are superior to all other home improvement shows. But I remember even at that time, because I had started working here in this yard, and this yard had been neglected. And so every time I dug, it was just like, ugh, I'm never going to get there. And I remember watching that show. You know, I'd come in on Sunday afternoons and watch it when I was dead dog tired. And I remember thinking, sometime in the future, I don't know when, but sometime when I work in my yard, I'm going to be able to dig and just have this like really easy dig with loamy soil. And I do for the most part now, but I created it. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't like magic like they do on the, you know, you just watch the show and it's all perfect. No. But thank goodness young Lisa did that, because old Lisa couldn't do it, I fear. Oh my goodness. Good call. Good color call, Nicole. I like it. It's just happy and fun, right? I mean, if that's not enough happy and fun for you, then let's take a little Stella and we'll just Stella the red parts. Oh, so cute. So pretty. I think you guys can see that pretty good. Yeah. Look at that snowman. Snowman doesn't even really have an expression. It just has coal, but it's still adorable. Okay, that's pretty cute. Now, let's make it into a card. Let me go ahead and cut it out. Which one is it? I think it's this one. Oh, yeah, it is. Look at the legs. I mean, look at the arms. And then look at the feet. It's hilarious. See the feet? This die cuts the feet. It's so cute. That's what Stampin' Up's all about. It's like, this is like a little quality move that you wouldn't get just anywhere, my friends. Oh man, even better die cut. Trust me on this. Look at that. Would you just? All right, we are going to transform that snowman into a card momentarily, but I'm going to tell you about all the fun stuff that's going on in the Stamping Zoo. Boop, 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 boop. There we go. Please remember that I do run this as a business, and I would love to be your demonstrator. If you would like to purchase products online from me, I am at your service anytime to answer questions. You can message me. As I've mentioned a couple of times before, you can even call me on the phone, 208-830-6328. Probably best to text me first, just so I know you're not a scammer and ignore your call. Okay? If you're wondering about like which which things to start with or which products if you're purchasing a gift or whatever. That's one of the parts of the business that I love so much, is helping you get exactly what you're looking for and spending your money wisely, okay? I want you to have fun with the things that you choose. And so if you have any questions at all, I have been using Stampin' Up! Products for over 30 years, and I keep coming back because they're just the highest quality and the best selection and, all the good things, okay? So if you do have any questions, I can help you with that. And you can, as I said, just start by looking online by going to thestampingzoo.com, hitting the Shop Now tab, and just taking a look at some of the beautiful things we have for you, okay? We have something for every season and every reason. So we are celebrating Christmas today, but don't worry. We have stuff for everything else. And also, when you shop with me, on any orders over $20, you earn Stampin' Rewards of 10%, which you can use on a future purchase, your very next purchase, or you can save them up to have a big shopping spree. They do not expire for 1 year, and you can always know the balance by looking in the upper right-hand side once you've logged on to your account. And if you, again, if you have any questions about any of the products, just let me know, okay? This is one of the classes I have coming to some of my lovely stampers in September. I would like you to register by September 2nd because, again, I will be purchasing these products midnight, September 3rd, so we get the best selection. It's always sad when we choose something to work with and then it goes unorderable immediately. So we want to avoid that, and I'm willing to get up at midnight to do my very best to see that doesn't happen. So this is going to feature the Amber Autumn Bundle that you see here, as well as about $25 of product from brand new featured product. The paper is Toile, okay? And then you see on the right-hand side, these beautiful, they're called streaked dots. We worked with them, I don't know, last week or the week before. And they look like wood, kind of. They look like lacquered wood. And so I think this is going to be a class that has some really beautiful, warm autumn tones, obviously. And you can use these cards for gratitude, thankfulness, everyday cards, birthday cards. They're going to have a real all occasion feel to them, okay? To make the cards as designed, you do need to purchase the Amber Autumn Bundle. If you purchase that from me, the cost is $52 and I will pay the shipping and tax. And you also get to choose whether to join to participate in Zubilee for a 1 month or for a continuing subscription, which of course you can cancel or suspend at any time. But if you do continue on for 6 consecutive months, I send you a goodie bag at the end of all that. And I love to put together goodie bags. So give me a reason, okay? All right, here is Super Saturday, which we have been talking about. This is, as I said, both an in-person and a retreat in a box. If you are coming to the in-person, it's going to be Saturday, September 20th from 10 to 5 at Smoky Mountain Pizza and Pasta on Park Center. And as it says, you'll papercraft all day with your choice of 3 new holiday-themed kits that have been designed by me for you. And you will also, we're going to have fun games all throughout the day. And I'm going to have raffles, giveaways, and prizes. When you get there, I'm going to have special gifts for you. So my part in this is that I'm just going to treat you special. Whether you get the retreat in the box or you come and see me in person, it's going to be a great event of crafting, okay? And you are going to leave with some beautiful cards and lots of extra product to continue your card making. Okay. Oh, it's the last day, you guys, the last day for the 15% off sale for lots of in-color products, not just papers and inks, but they've got things on sale in every category, kits, embellishments, etc. Please take advantage of that. And yes, purchase your cardstock as well. I know I did. And I saved, a couple bucks each time. So please don't forget about that. It is the last day for that sale. Finally, if you would like the best deal that Stampin' Up! Has to offer, why not consider getting a starter kit? Right now you can purchase it for $99 plus tax. You get to choose $125 in product. You receive free shipping. And I always like to say this twice. You get to choose the product. It is of your choice. Okay, and then you can choose to join me for special Zoo Crew events, or you can just be happy with your discount, which begins at 20%, or you can purchase nothing else except for get your little deal with the starter kit. Stampin' Up! Doesn't care, and neither do I. Again, I just want you to be happy with your purchases, okay? So please think about doing that. I would love to have you, I'd love to have you join my team. Hit finish, and I almost ended this. I don't think I did. Okay, there, I'm still live. Okay. I'm glad it gives you an "Are you sure?" button. All right. That's what I needed to hit. Okay. He needs a card. Don't you think? All right. One moment here. Let me grab the supplies and see what we can work out for this very cute little snowman. Now, here's what comes to mind, and it happens to be sitting right next to me. So let me see. This is some glimmer paper. Also will be available for purchase on the 3rd to customers. Okay. It's beautiful, and it comes in a 3-pack. It comes in 6 sheets. Sorry, with 3 different colors. And really, this is like Secret Sea. I don't know, one of our other blues, and then Cloud Cover. So it's called different colors, but it is in the Peaceful Garden Suite. The glimmer paper itself is item number 165929, but you can purchase it with a 1-item code order. You can get one of everything in that suite of products. And if you've never shopped Stampin' Up! Before, a suite of products is a collected group of products that are coordinated to work together. So they have the same theme, they have complementary products and colors. Okay, so think about that. Now I love this, and I'm really liking it with that Azure Afternoon, right? I think it's great. And then a little sparkly here and a lot of sparkly back behind it. So let's do this. Let's do a white card base. Believe it or not, I haven't done a thick white card base in a while. What is wrong with me? I haven't even made one for class yet, and I don't know if I will. So, but this is going to be perfect. So we do sell both thick white and regular weight white cardstock. Thick is for card bases, and the regular weight is very superior for stamping and doing all of your blending, etc. It's smoother, but you need a nice sturdy card base. So I don't like to use regular weight cardstock for everything. I like to use the thick for card bases. Okay, then it can take all the weight of all these special doodads we're going to put on top of it. So that's the okay. Our guys need to leave the screen for a minute. I love how the lumberjack turned out, though. You know, I kept picturing it. I probably pictured that before I pictured Santa. And I was like, I have got to transform him. Okay, let's see. What kind of papers? I don't know if we want to do that. What kind of papers can we use for this? Oh, you know what? I am going to just grab Peaceful Garden and use some coordinated papers. I just think it sounds fun. Let's see here. I have not gone away, friends. I am behind you looking for papers. There we go. Okay. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't know if this will go with this paper. Not really, but I love that paper, don't you? I love it all. If you haven't noticed by now, it's all good. Well, that's not going to be good. That's not going to work either. Come on. No, this paper's gorgeous, but it's not necessarily going to work with that glimmer. Let me take a quick look-see. Nothing's coming to mind, but it doesn't mean that it won't. And let me take a look at this, because I need just a little bit. Ooh, what about that? Okay. I kind of like it. I almost want to do different color, though. Let's do something in the red. Oh, I know. Let me grab my in color. And see what I've got in Strawberry Slush. Might be running low, but I really only need like a strip. I want a strip that is... Well, let's see what I have, and then we'll go from there. If you are enjoying this, whether you are live or on replay, I would love it if you would share. If you're not already, please follow and subscribe. I do not yet have 1,000 subscribers over on YouTube, and I would love to do that. Love to have that because it would give us a little more flexibility in what I can present to you. That's pretty. And so anyway, please think about subscribing if you've not already. Please follow me, and as well, you might want to get all the zoo news, and so you'll definitely want to subscribe to receive my emails, because that's really where I put all the news, everybody. So let's see here. Let's do this at, I'm working off of a template that I have offline here, off to the side, that I haven't done before. So let's do this at 1 3/8, 1 3/8 by 3. I don't think that's right. Let me take a minute here. Oh, 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. That looks more like it. Okay. 1 1/2 by 5 1/4. Okay. And then we need another piece of white. So I want this back here. I'm building right along with you. And then another piece of white at 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. So 3 1/4 by 4 1/2. Okay. And then the glimmer paper is going to go in that. And it's going to be, since that one is 3 1/4, this one must be, oh heck, what is it? There's a lot listed on this. 3 1/4. So this one's going to be 3 by 4 1/4. It doesn't say that, but that's okay. Oh, it says 2 7/8 by 3. No. We're not doing that. 3 1/4. We're going to just have, okay, so I need 3 by, sorry, I know I just looked at this, 3 by 4 1/4. Okay. And then that's going to be here. And this is going to be, I mean, look at that. Would you? Talk about fancy Christmas card. This is going to shine. So, you know, like when you send this to a friend and then they have their Christmas lights on, it's going to catch all the reflection and they're going to see your card. The more subdued cards are, sorry, they're not going to show up in the dark. But this card is going to show up for sure. And I was thinking at first to put some different paper down here, but I'm not so sure now. Kind of am liking this, don't you? Don't you like this? Just bold like that. And then let's make, well, no, I don't want to make any. I kind of like it is. And then we are going to take this die cut and we're going to do this in white also. Okay. And put our sentiment on it. Okay. So I'd like to start a new book, and I definitely have things that I need to get started, like for my book club, but does anybody have any great books they're reading right now that they would like to recommend? I would love it. We just finished The Lincoln Highway. It was excellent. I highly recommend it. And it was one of those books that like, it's kind of like Demon Copperhead, where it's a book all to itself. It is an excellent book. However, it also follows a classic. So Demon Copperhead by Barbara Kingsolver, she wrote that, and it was all about a totally different person, but really it followed the story of David Copperfield. And which of course, like, some of these writers are so brilliant. I can't even imagine doing that. Well, The Lincoln Highway is like that as well, at least as far as I can tell, because it is a beautiful story, makes you laugh out loud, makes you kind of solemn, but it also really follows the story of the Odyssey. And so it made me want, like, I haven't read that since high school, and I'm sure that I thought it was fun, but you know, I got a job, a day job and a night job now. So I'm not sure that I'm going to be reading the Odyssey, but I want to. Oh, you're fun, Gian. If Gian says it's getting cute, it is, because have you guys seen the things that Gian makes? They're brilliant. Okay. Is that straight? Yeah, it's straight. We're going to say, yeah, it is, actually. I'm kind of using these little things as measurements. So the stars on either side are telling me it's straight. And then we do have some beautiful real red ribbon. We have some red and white twine. We have some peppermints. So I'm not going to use the deer dots this time. See, this is Stampin' Up's brilliance, right? Is you can just like mix and match, because you know that the colors are the same. You get the same great quality on stuff. You know that these embellishments that are adhesive back are going to stick and stay stuck. And just fun stuff like that. Just stuff that does, so you don't have to worry about it. That is so irritating, is to make a card and then, oh, the adhesive isn't great, so then your card falls apart. I wouldn't know, because I haven't been doing that. But, you know, I strayed. There was a store one time, came into town, and I wasn't demonstrating at the time. I've only started doing that like 7 years ago. But so I went to the store. I was like, yeah, I'm all about the store. It's fun. And I'll tell you, it wasn't that great. the store experience wasn't that great. And then I had to mix and match my own things. And Lord help me, I just ended up with a bunch of stuff that probably I ended up giving away for free. So, dare I say hundreds of dollars. But you know what? That was a long time ago. I learned my lesson, and now I just stay in my lane. And my lane is Stampin' Up. Hey, Deb. She's like a hi and bye. Okay. We'll see you later, friend. Oh, just look at that paper, though. It's delicious. I love glimmer paper. I wish we had more, to be quite honest. Like, I need more Stampin' Up. I need more. Oh my gosh. We've got this. Like, I'm not, you can tell I'm not into making everything symmetrical today. I don't know why. It's just happening. I'm going to move that over so that both of those stars have glimmer. And I am going to use a little bit of Seal Plus because I'm going to be gluing, I'm adhering cardstock to glimmer paper. Well, you got to have the right tool for the job, and the right tool is Seal Plus. Okay? So Seal is your everyday. See how it's light blue? And then Seal Plus, dark blue, is for fibers and all sorts of stuff. Oh, I see. You came in late. That's also fine. How's that grandbaby doing? The newest grandbaby. I know you have other grandkids, but how's that new grandbaby doing? Huh? He's probably walking by now. He's so physically advanced. Oh my gosh. Can I just play with Festive Friends all night? I know I have other work I have to get done, but this happens every time I start working with some of these new products. It's been so fun. Traditional labels and Christmas greenery. You guys, they're so gorgeous. See now, like I'm putting his hand off to the side. And then we're going to bring in the adhesive backed peppermints. And he's doing good. Oh, I'm glad to hear it. Very glad to hear it. Deborah is taking the retreat in a box. Deborah, this is not one of the cards that's in your retreat in a box. This is just a freebie, okay? So this is just a freebie design, right? And yeah, let's bring these down here. There's 3 different sizes, which is fun. When we have 3 different sizes, you will often see me put the largest and the smallest together, and then the medium off to the side by itself. Oh man, we wish you Merry Christmas. Well, this has been fun. I feel like we've been so productive today. Considering, guess what? My hip doesn't even hurt. I wasn't even thinking about it. So thank you so much, everyone, for playing along with me today. Even though I am incognito, I swear you don't want to see me. I look exhausted because I am. But thanks for giving me time to play with this super fun and very versatile set, I will say. Again, don't forget, this could be a beautiful winter birthday card, don't you think? So keep this in mind. Keep the retreat in mind. Go out and look at the registration link, see if it interests you. And then, I will take him and I will make him into something. Who was it that said he needs a pumpkin spice latte? Was it Nicole? No, it was Denise. Denise said he needs a pumpkin spice latte because he's kind of a gingy. But look at these. I can't wait to give these away in a couple months or sooner. I don't know. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. I'll see you again on Thursday night, 7 p.m. Mountain. And until then, stay safe, have fun stamping, and I'll see you back here soon. Thanks, everyone.